Alright gang, the suffering of 3 weeks is finally over. I have had a big exam in my school and safe to say I did it well. And that is the outcome of literally every exam I had in the last 2 years. If you ever got the chance to look at my grades back in 2022 and compare it to what it is like now, you could say I had a huge improvement right there. So some of my homies have been asking what is the secret behind this. So ladies and gentlemen, I mean fellow suffering students, I tell you how to get straight A's all the time, without studying once. Sit back and grab some popcorn and become overweight while this chubby grumpy South Asian kid tells you how to be a nerd. So my first advice is, pay attention in the class. Now I see most students don't care what they learn in the class. I do agree the stuff they teach in schools are very useless, like bro who cares if the mitochondria is the power plant of the cell bro, but that does not mean you do not have to care about it. Brothers and sisters, you do need to know these useless stuff to pass exams and hopefully become a wage slave for a corporation. Yeah, that is where you are destined to. We got a problem? Anyway, let me tell you something. What I see most kids do wrong is that they do not care what the teacher says. They probably think about that nice-looking boy or girl next to them. And when the exam time comes, boom, they do not know anything. They fail the exam and their boomer mother beats them when they come home. So my 100% original nerdy stickman advice is that you should care and learn what the teacher says. They don't spend hours breaking their throats by yelling loudly at you for nothing, bro. It has a reason. I have never paid attention in the class back in the day, and trust me bro, it was very difficult to write an exam if you do not even know what kind of stuff you are supposed to know before the exam, like what even is the syllabus, what does it teach, and stuff like that. And now my second advice, do not memorize on exam day. I think this has got to be the most controversial advice I have ever given, but it is true. Never try to learn the whole textbook on the exam day morning. Bro, I see literally everyone is carrying textbooks with 69,000 pages around the exam hall on the morning and loudly reading them out. But there is a big problem with that they don't know. When you do not have enough time to learn the whole textbook, you are in a constant state of panic. And your brain panics too and tries to make space for this rapid income of knowledge by removing some existing memories, which always happens to be the stuff you already know about the exam subject. So when you finally finish the book right before the bell rings and you feel like you have done the mission, yay, mission passed, respect, but when you sit down to write the exam, BM, nothing comes to your memory. That is not the way to do it. Instead, what you should do is that you should cut some time way before the exam day to carefully learn the book from start to end. I have said it before and I will say it again, memorizing is bad. You just turn into a human version of a parrot by that. Never memorize, only learn. They are two different words for a reason. And now my third advice, make short notes out of the textbooks. This one had to be a thing thanks to all textbook makers who bloat the books with useless stuff that is irrelevant to the exam. Give the board please. So, for example, imagine that there is a question about a literature book, which will always be about another book, a poem, a stage drama written by the author of that book. But the answer to that question in the textbook is hidden deep in a huge paragraph which is about some speech by the author or the author's personal life. And yes, this is intentionally done by textbook publishing boomers who want to troll us and call us useless when we fail exams. What I say you should do is, you should take the important stuff out of the textbook and write a short notebook by yourself. And I said write, not type. Typing gets the job done by the computer, but writing by hand not only improves your handwriting but also helps your brain to store all the useless stuff on the textbooks. And now my fourth advice, keep the phones and computers out of the equation. This is a critical step. Keep the phones and computers away from the place you are reading your books. Bro, I swear, every 1 hour I spent on YT shorts after halfway reading my notes and did not notice the time passing, I could have finished another 3 notebooks. When you start the learning process, you should go from start to finish in one time. If you feel bored, just take a break and walk outside a bit and come back when you get the mood for learning again. But never take the phone. One time when I was in middle of a textbook, I got bored and took the phone. I regret it a lot because I did not notice how fast the time had passed. When I finally put it down, 4 hours had passed. 4 hours. Seriously bro, how much of an idiot do you have to be to waste that much time, especially when an exam is around the corner? Now I am not saying get rid of computers and phones and the society should go back to Stone Age. That's what boomers say, not me. I have no problem with watching YouTube and playing GTA every day, but never touch the electronics when an exam is around. And that is all I had to talk for this video today. After all, I thank you very much for listening to me trash talking for a long time. I love you.